Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Veronica STEELE and you crochet with Llama Bee. So let's go and let me show you the materials we are going to need. I'm going to say thank you everyone for being here with me today, and hopefully you like this tutorial and and you created this beautiful and amazing backpack and crochet. So first you're gonna need any other whatever color and any fabrics that you like to have. This one, I'm gonna say this one is the one of the size that you had to have the squares, and this kind of particular fabric you can find in Dollar Tree or also Walmart. They already have in the square. They already cut it and ready to just to sew it. So I'm just gonna show you, but and here in this video I will show you how you cut it and everything. But also you're gonna need a sewing machine, but if you don't have sewing machine, well, you have to do it by hand. But it's gonna be taking a little bit more time, but you can still do it. Any buttons, you're gonna need any buttons in any colors, whatever. You're gonna need only one, or you can have something like this and some clips, and we're gonna use in these clips. It's really important. And also you're going to need some a thread and the colors that is gonna be the squares, yarn needle for your yarn, measuring tape, pair of scissors, and this is an optional, but if you have to have a to do it the way we're gonna do the backpack, you can have it something like this, bigger sizes and kind of like the video size, something like this, right? The size the hook real quick, 5 millimeters for crochet the squares, and also 4.5 millimeters. For the squares, I already have a tutorial. I will put the link in the description box below this video, how you can crochet the squares on the using the yarn that I just showed you. So this is kind of part of the material. Let's go see the yarn we're gonna need. Okay, the yarn real quick. I'm gonna use these two in particular for the backpack. But the color of the yarn you're gonna see right here in the screen, that is the color I'm gonna use for the squares. But this is the same brand, the yarn that we're gonna use for doing the squares. The difference is the colors. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna need two of these this yarn right here, because you're going to have some 16 granny squares. Now you can do it in any other color, in any other kind of particular fiber, but I recommend then the yarn that had to be size number 4, and also these ones too right here. So I just show you like just a sample, okay? But in the video you're gonna see I'm gonna use kind of these colors, but also the color of the square is gonna be totally different. The one we are going to do it, okay? So this is the square, this is the backpack we are going to crochet. And you can see that's the button that I use for this one. So this is, you can see the yarn that I use. You're going to have, you have tags, you can put in the tags and you want to. So that I was mentioned about this, this is an option, but in the tutorial we'll show you go step by step. So this is the backpack we are going to crochet today. So hopefully you like this video. This is the color, this is the same brand, the yarn. The only one is just the color, different colors. This kind of in particular, they have different colors, so whatever color you choose you have to crochet the squares, we'll do it. So let's go started and let's go to the next step. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so hopefully I not forget anything about the tools or what else you need. So I got my squares right here already. Like I said, if you want to crochet the granny squares, it's your first time crochet, if you new in crochet, like I said again, I got a tutorial. You can go check it out and create your granny squares. So you're gonna need total 16 granny squares. So if you're going to start this project, just stop the video, crochet your 16 squares, and you can continue when you get it done, your 16 squares, and you can continue going to the next step. So I already have my 16 squares. You can see ours is right here on my 16 squares. So let's go to the next step. What else we're going to need to do? Okay, so I'm going to start put my square. Let me show you the way I'm going to sew it, my squares, and using it can be the blue or this pink. Remember, you had to create your own, put your touch on your projects, you know. Tutorials is help you to inspire you so you can do it, you know. And any other, you know, maybe other different colors. Maybe you don't like pink. Like for me, pink is not my favorite color, but the pink is coming in this yarn, so the backpack or the project is not for me. You know. So so that's the way I going to start. Let me see, 2 4 6 8 10 and 2 more. Okay, so this is the way you're going to do, and I'm going to do first. Okay, so I'm going to sew it up, 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 and up. Continue to the last, you know, the last pieces. So for example, I'm going to be sewing these 4 up first right here, and to the next, this one to here, and just like that. So I'm going to use my crochet hook number 5 to sew it my squares, like not sew it but connecting my squares. And this not be, it's gonna be really simple, very easy, nothing out of the world, like oh my goodness. Okay, so let's go, let me start doing connecting the squares. So and see as they go, like I said, I'll go be with you, show you maybe 1 or 2, and after that you're gonna be continue by yourself. Okay, so but yes, let's start it. Okay, so let's go, and you can see that's the way we are going to connect in the squares. You can see this part right here. So I'm gonna be using the blue yarn. So what you need to do is get in the corner right here. You see the when there's the chain, you know, the chain 1, but and these squares and my squares I not do no change. So you know, you see in the tutorial. So I'm gonna put my hook in here, and I got the other one, and so you can see I get it the back right here, not in the front. This is the front and this the back. So I'm gonna get this one right here. So I'm gonna put my hook in here and connecting to the back, the other square. This is super easy, very simple. And I go tie 1 and 2 and put it just like that. Okay, so the same thing we doing in here, that is gonna be the same way we are going to do in the other ones, you know, the other ones, and with the longs, you know, you're gonna see. So I already put my you can see it, I already tied my yarn, so I'm gonna put my hook back in here. Okay, and where I tie my yarn, I'm gonna put my hook in there in this side, and I'm gonna put it in the other side. Okay, so remember that this is the 2 right here. Okay, I'm gonna put right here. Okay, and put it like that and go into the next one. Okay, there you go, and put the yarn on the hook. So be careful about this one. So try to put it just like that, and pull it through and pull it through. Okay, now you can see I'm going to put my hook into the next. See, this two loops right here I'm going to put in the back. Okay, wrap the yarn, and 1 and 2 I'm pulling on these two just like that. Okay, now go to the other side. You see, this is 1 and 2, and this one right here I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll wrap the yarn on the hook and bring it on these two. There you go. Okay, go to the next side and do the same thing. Okay, put the hook, wrap the yarn, and pull it through. There you go. And go to the other one, and just like that, right? Put in 2 and put into the next one. Go to the next, and just like that. So make sure you're not to pull it too or let too loose the yarn, and not too tight. So you put the yarn, you had 2, wrap the yarn and pull it on 2. Okay, go to the next. Make sure you not put it back in the same. If they happen, it's fine, but be careful. Okay. And pull these 2, and just like that. Okay. Okay, so I just completed my first one. You can see I really like this way, how the tone kind of like a zigzag, gonna say like a put it together to sew it, but we not sew it because we're using the same hook, right? So now we are going to get the other piece and put it just on here. And but before that, you see I had to do with my last stitch right here, not my last one. Here's one. Okay, wrap the yarn and put it through, and this side and pull it through, right? So this is my last. So now I'm going to get right here. Remember, that's the middle right here, right? You can count to 3 and the middle and like a space, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm gonna put it back my hook like that. So now, and right here, this part, make sure not pull it too much the yarn, because there's gonna be a bigger space between, but we don't want that, but it happened. Don't worry about it. It will be coming so really nice when we close this part right here. So, but just try it. Don't pull it up or get it so loose, the stitch. Wrap the yarn and pull it. Well, let me do it again. Right here, that's the one. Okay, wrap the yarn and pull in these 2. Okay, now go to the next one and the same. Trying to do it in the same right here. Okay, and wrap the yarn and pull it through. There you go. Now go to the next right here, pull it through. Wrap the yarn, pull it through, and go to this side, wrap the yarn and pull it through. Go to the next, another side, wrap the yarn, pull it through, wrap the yarn and pull it through. And just like that, just continue all to the end, to this part right here. Okay, so I'm done with this one. So I'm going to cut it. So the next step is we are going to let me get this up. So the next one, what we're gonna do is sew it to here or to this part right here. So that's gonna be the next step. Okay, so the next step, what we're gonna do is we have like 4 pieces, 4 pieces, and 4 pieces, right? Okay, so the other 2 pieces, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, that's what I said. You're gonna need these kind of clips and something can hold it, but if you don't have this, you can use in the stitch markers, or you know, those clips, paper clips, you know, the one that's like they can hold the paper. Okay, so we are going to put it something like this. So we're gonna make sure when we sew it, we get it exactly the same with crochet, this part right here. So put it together, the squares, we're gonna do this part right here. Okay, so these 2 right here. Okay, and let me put it one on here in the middle. So this square go in here, so just like that. Okay, and this one go in here, this one go like that. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing on this one right here, this. Okay, oops, let me put it right here, let me get one more. Okay, so this one go in here, just like that. Okay, and it's going to be like this. So let me just try and put more clips in here. Okay, so this is kind of the backpack. It's gonna be turned. Okay, so so we are going to sew it, so we can start to here, sew it, this part right here, go to O to this side, and we can stop right here, or we can sew it these 2 right here first. You know, I think that's gonna be more easy. We are going to sew it to here, these 2 first, to connect it to here. Cut it the yarn, and now we're going to start sew it all this all to around and go up. So let's do it. So okay, so I'm going to start sewing these 2 right here first, these 2. Get my yarn and get the hook. Let me get it closer. So remember, first the 2 squares that's in the bottom, the backpack, that's why we're gonna sew it. Okay, the same thing we will sew it, just sew it this part. Okay, okay, so I'm and sew it the 2 squares that are going in the middle, you know, the same way oops, I've been crochet, I've been not sew it. I don't know what I said, sew it, just put it together, the squares. Oh boy, you know what I'm talking about. Like I said, you can do it in the needle, with the yarn needle, or with your crochet hook. That's no matter, right? Now, okay, you can see sew with the yarn needle, that's totally different, you know, but I think doing with the crochet hook is something, you know, really nice too. Okay, right here and the last one. So I'm going to cut the yarn. Okay, and put it inside, and now I'm going to start to sew it to here. I mean, put it together with my crochet hook. Go right here, up to this way, around, and around, and we get it in here. We are going to up. Okay. Okay, let me show you until before something you continue to put it together, your squares. What did I did in here? Okay, I put the clips in each corner. So you see this corner right here is going in here, so that way my lines does not go one this way and one the other way. So this will be exactly, it is this line and exactly this line, and the corner exactly the line, and on this one right here go exactly. Okay, so I don't want your project this gonna be like something like that. Okay, so I would just want to share that with you, so you know. But if you good doing like, don't put the, I had to put the clip so that way if it's not this gonna be a little crazy. So so now let me turn. Okay, let me turn right here, and here is the way I going to put my yarn. I'm gonna start, nope, not right here, right here. Okay, the one you see the one I finished, my last one, and that part I'm going to put my yarn in here. Wait a minute, I have to put it on two, into the other sides too, not just only one. I have to put it on both, just right here and this part right here. So that is the other corner right here that is gonna be, have to be tied. Okay, don't worry about all the extra yarn that you have, because that's gonna be inside and that's gonna be fabric. You're not put a fabric inside, but you know. Okay, so now right here I'm going to do my first stitch right here and go to the same thing where we tie, and I go back in here and put it through and go to the next, wrap the yarn, put it through, go to the next, put it through, and just like that, and put it through, and just continue or around. Okay, so I'm right here in the same, in the other corner, the two squares. Okay, so and right here and the top to here I'm going to put my next stitch. Okay, just like that, go to the corner, oops, there you go, and do my next stitch, and just like that, turn my work, go to the next, go to the next. Okay, and this is how they look. You see that, the stitch, so it's exactly right there, so it's continue to around. So remember, in every corner that you have, you're going to work your next stitch on the middle, the stitch right here, the when we put it together, the squares. So your next one, you're gonna put your hook again in here, okay, and bring it through, bring in the yarn, okay. So let's continue. I'm gonna get it done on the part to get it up in the here. So let me get the last one and get it back in here. And we are completely done this part. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to work all around the back first. I mean, this is all completely kind of the part, you know, the body or the backpack. This is how they look when you put the squares together. So two is enough, you know, because we're making the curve on this part right here from the backpack, okay. We are going to grab the yarn, and also we are going to working with this number 5. We still with the number 5, okay. So any part that you want to start it, this is just up to you. I'm just gonna start whatever. So you're gonna pull it, you're gonna grab the two, okay, the two loops right here, okay, and right here, and I'm just going to tie, okay, and chain 1, and we are going to do first single crochet, okay. So here got chain 1 right here. Let's see, okay, I did single crochet, and there you go, and go to the next. We're going to do another single crochet, another single crochet, and just like that, go in here, one single crochet, and here the line, I'm gonna put my hook and there, and single crochet right here. I'm going to do my other single, and just single. So I'm going to work just single crochet all to around the backpack. So we are going to repeat the single crochet, okay. We are going to do 2 times. So here is the first one that we're going to do, and when we get it in here, we're gonna finish with the slip stitch, and we are going to chain 1 and repeat again, okay. Okay, so I'm at the end. So when I did my first single, my chain, I'm going to finish with the slip stitch. Now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to do single again, and at the top of each single the wedge is finished, and continue, and I finish at the right here. See you at the last one and finish with the slip stitch. So I'm in the last stitch, okay, and let me finish with the slip stitch, okay. So now chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3, okay. Now wrap the yarn, skip this right here, go to the next, and we are going to do 1 double crochet, chain 1, wrap the yarn, skip this, go to the next, and do a half double, not a single, half double, sorry. Chain 1, okay, and wrap the yarn, skip this, and go to the next, and a half double crochet. Chain 1, wrap the yarn, skip this, and go and do half double. chain one, skip this and go to the next, and half double, chain one, wrap the yarn, skip this and go to the next, and just like that, skip this, go to the next. Okay, wrap the yarn, chain one, wrap the yarn, skip one and go to the next. And that is what we want, the little windows, just like that. And chain one and go skip one and go to the next. So always it had to be a half double. Okay, so repeat, and I'll meet you at the end at this part right here. Okay, so I'm at the last at the last change right here. Wrap my yarn, skip this and go in here. Then I'm gonna do my half double, chain one, and remember that 1, 2, 3, and the second we're going to put and put it through and finish just like that. Okay, the next what we're gonna do is we're going to chain one. Okay, and right here in the middle, kind of on the square, you can see these two. We're going to put the hook in there, bring the yarn, oops, not get the like this, like I was did, you know. I'm gonna get only two. You can see this part right here is 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna get these two in the top only, just like that, only two. You see that? Wrap the yarn, bring the yarn, wrap the yarn and put in these two. Okay, in the top, the half double, we are going to do 1 single crochet, and again in these two, another single crochet, and the top, 1 single crochet and a single crochet to the next, and just like that. So we're going to work only single crochet on the top, the squares that we just did with the half double. That's what we're going to do, our single crochet, just like that. Okay, so let's keep going this way. Okay, this is how they look so far. So, and I'll meet you at the end, this part right here. So remember, and the top, the half double, 1 single crochet, and the top, the square, you know, 1 single to the next, 1 single. So continue, and I'll meet you at the end, this part right here. So I'm at the last stitch, and here and I'm gonna finish with the slip stitch at the top of this. Okay, now here, this is so far his look, the backpack. Okay, so you can cut it the fabric right now, or you can continue, you know, but if you're gonna cut it the fabric, well, you can stay here with me. But if it's not, you know, you can continue with the other part. But this is so okay. So I cut the fabric, just gonna give you a sample. Okay, mine is already cut it, so but I'm just gonna give you the idea what we're gonna do. So this is the back, so you have to put all the front and look like this. Okay, and because this one is already a square, this one we don't have to, you know, worry about it, about, you know, cut it and perfect and nothing like that. So that is the thing about the fabric from Dollar Tree. But and also, like I said, also Walmart have already the squares the same size and everything, so you know, and they have different different designs. So you don't have to buy the whole thing like I did from, I buy that one from Joann's. So you can see I'm going to leave a little bit, not much, just maybe a half inches right here. Okay, I'm just gonna cut it with you, and I'm gonna show you what you're gonna do, and very easy, very simple. If you kind of like move it the fabric or something, just put one of these right here. You know, they can hold it the fabric when you go and cut it, so that way your fabric stay in one position. Okay, so now any scissors that you have that you like to cut it fabric, you know, they have to be something that's really sharp it, so it's easy to cut it and do it the process. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one right here. This one I recommend them because there's the zigzag, and also the fabric, they're not coming like this part. You can see, you know, the little thread on the side because it's part of the fabric. So what we're gonna do, try and making this stretch, but it's okay. It is, don't stretch your crochet project. Only what you need to do is leave it at least 2 inches, 1.5 inches, depend how much you want room inside. But you see right here, that is enough. And I'm just going to right here, let me try to get closer. There you go. You know, and this is what I'm gonna cut it. Okay, into the other side. Let me put a little bit more up. Okay, and here, because we are going to sew it and the turn like this or work, when we're gonna sew it, you have to leave a little bit more longer so you can put your fingers, you know, something like this, and that's the part you're going to cut it. You can do it with markers or whatever you like. I'm not gonna do it because I know I have a little more experience, but for you, you know, just doing that, just put 2 and just mark it 2 and just mark it something like that. Okay, also I'm not experienced about doing this with fabric, but like I always said, this is my mess and that's the way I do my mess. So I like to share with you, you know, easy and simple, not too much. Oh, make sure that these, put the numbers in here. No, 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 I don't like that. I'm not doing that way. So also, and if you want to, this is all. So when you sew it the part on this side, when you get it done, sew it, you're going to turn, not turn, you're going to in the top, I always recommend to start like kind of right here in the middle. This is all you need to do. Okay, sew it all to this, to all around. Okay, so you're going to sew this part, all this onto this side to go up to this side. So that is the way you are going to have. Let me show you mine that I'm going to use. So You can see mine is already sewed and it's ready to put it on the backpack. So you can see I sew it all to right here, okay? And after sew this part right here. So when you sew this part, it's more easy to sew in this part. I put this a little design. The machine have that machine. So kind of like a little bowl, you know. So, and this is how we look completely done when you already sew it the part. And mine, I'm not sewing this part right here because the fabric when I would cut it, it was that way. So, but if in yours you had to do it if it's just only two square already cut it, you have to sew it just all two around right here. So let's go to the next step. Okay, so right here we're going to start with chain one, okay, and we're going to wrap the yarn. Now remember right here we did the last one right here we did, it was a single. Now we're going to do half double. So wrap the yarn, go to right here, and there's a square right here, and we're going to do half double, go to the next half double and half double. Okay, wrap the yarn, put the hook in that little square and put it on three, and just like that. Okay, so you're going to repeat this one 3 times. Okay, so I have, here's the first one, get in here, finish with the slip stitch and do it again, and when you get it done in here, a slip stitch and do it again. So you have to do 3 times. Okay, 3 times rounds on the half double crochet. That is what we're gonna do, and I see you at the end my last 3 rounds that I'm gonna do with this. Now you can change the colors if you want to. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna leave it just like that. So but if you want to change the colors, you're free to change the colors. Okay, so let's go and continue working half double all to around our backpack, and I'll meet you at the end on the number 3. You have 1, have to repeat in the top again, and the top the other one in 3 times. Okay, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've done my 3 half doubles round that I did right here that I tell you to do, and I finished with the slip stitch. So now I'm going to chain 1, and we are going to work a single crochet. We're just going to do, put the hook into the next, wrap it, the yarn, and put it through. Go to the next, wrap it, and just like that. And you know, and just like that, put it inside, you know, and it's just gonna be a single crochet. Okay, okay, so we are going to repeat this time, this one, and one more. So we're going to do it 2 times, so all around. Okay, so continue, and I'll meet you at the end when I finish my second one, and always finish with the slip stitch, and I'll be back just like that, single crochet. Okay, single crochet, single crochet, and single crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end in my round number 2. This is the first one. Okay, so I'm done right here, so I'm gonna cut it the yarn. Okay, and you can hide the yarn. So now what we're gonna do in here, this is so far is look like our backpack. You can see it's coming like this way, right? Not too much, but enough for like not like a too completely square. So that is so far is look the backpack. So we're gonna put this one on the side, and we're going to grab our 2 squares. Remember that we have two squares left, right? So we're going to sew it. Okay, these 2 right here. sew it, but this time I'm gonna use this color right here. No, sorry, I'm gonna use this one only to sew it, and also I'm going to work around a single crochet. Okay, so the same thing we sew it this square, just sew it this way first, and I'll be back. Okay, so I finished and I cut in my yarn. So that's the way what we've been doing. So now what we're gonna do in here, we are going to chain one, and we are going to work single crochet all around the square. So single crochet, so, and on the corner we are going to do something that is square, they not turn like kind of like this way. We're going to add it a little bit more singles in there in the corner. So we're going to put one here, right here in the corner. Okay, so right here, two, chain one, and we are going to do one and two, and go to the next. Okay, and we're going to work single crochet in each corner. You're going to do two singles, chain one, and two singles, and keep going. Okay, and see, that's flat, there's not turn like this way. So continue, and let's go finish right here. Okay, so I'm done with this. So I'm going to, before I'm gonna finish, I'm going to add it the other color, because I want to. Now we're going to do the same thing, a single crochet again, but another color. So this is an option, but if you want to continue with the same color one more time, don't cut the yarn. I'm sorry, I just, you see me cut the yarn. But if you want to change the color, like I'm gonna do. So before I'm going to finish with the slip stitch, I'm going to put my hook in here, get the other color, put it on the hook just like that, hold it and put it inside, and put it through, and chain one. So now this one, pull it, and the same I'm going to do a single crochet into the next single crochet. Okay, now in here you want to you can tie these two and hide it. That's what you can do. Or when you crochet the singles, you can hide the yarn, but I'm going to hide it later. So single crochet and single crochet and single crochet, and let's go to the corner. What we're gonna do in the corner, okay, just a single crochet with different color. I like to add these kind of different colors, so that way they have to match with the color. You can, but if you can pass this, if you want to continue with the same color. Okay, right here I have one single, and right here in the change we're going to do one, okay, two, I'm going to do one, and we're going to do one and two. Okay, the same thing we're going to do, and single crochet and single crochet. So in each corner the same thing we did, two singles crochet and one change. Okay, so that is what you're going to do again, and that is going to be the look like, right? So and just continue, and let's get done this one. Okay, and I'll be back. Okay, so I finished the two squares that we are going to need it. Okay, so what you need to do is just hide the yarn and get ready for the next step. Okay, so the next step, what we're gonna do is gonna be for the backpack, the handles, you put it in your arms, like look like a backpack. Okay, so we're not going to use the number 5. No, we are going to go to the 4.5 millimeters crochet hook. We change the hooks because we want this part is not too loose, and but also you crochet so tight. This is a perfect because we don't want that part get so really loose. Okay, here you can use this color, the other color that we just finished, use it, or you just keep going using the same color. I'm going to use the same color, so that's very easy. Okay, with the 4.5 millimeters crochet hook, wrap the yarn, and we are going to do, okay, we're going to do chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to do chain 1. Okay, now we are going to do only single crochet. So in this one right here, let me get it closer. Okay, and this one right here, we're going to do our hook. Okay, we had 2, wrap the yarn and pull it through. Okay, go to the next and wrap the yarn and pull it on 2. Okay, and again in each we are going to do single crochet just like that. Okay, and continue. Let me just get this done. Okay, just like that. Now if you want to make this one more bigger, okay, so I had to count mine. I already finished mine, but I'm just going to show you. So wrap the yarn and turn your work, and you're going to do a single crochet again. Okay, I will show you how long this is going to be. A little bit long. This is something this is a little longer, but we need it because it's going to be part of the backpack. Okay, so this is how they look so far. Okay, so remember, don't get too much loose in this part, because if it's not, it's gonna be, acrylic is getting stretched. So if you think 4.5 for you is too big, well, go to the number 4 and doing this part. I did with the 4.5, so let me show you. Okay, so here is mine. Okay, here is mine, and this is how they look mine, so you can see. Let me put it double and measure it for you how long. Now this one is not a stretch and nothing like that. Okay, so like I said, acrylic is getting stretched, so let me see. Okay, hopefully you can see it exactly. So I counted how many singles you had to do around this one. I count 212. Okay, I know this long, but this is what we need. Okay, now this one, remember, this one is a stretch, so that is gonna be enough for our, because you're gonna see why I did a lot. It's 212. You can do 210. This enough. So 210 is 210 rounds is enough. So it's right here. It's just folder. So this one on inches is 20. Let's go with the 20. Let me see. Let me try and get it right. In inches is 25.5. Okay, in inches. And centimeters is 65. So when you have 65, you have to repeat again the same thing you did the singles, repeat again. So 65, the half, 25, you have to have 55. Wait a minute. I'm not good at math, y'all. Okay, so see, for me, kind of like I'm not measured it, but I'm gonna do for you because um, this could be much easy and more quick and easy for you. 51. See, there's 51 right here. So the half is 51. So doing 51 inches, and it's more easy, 51, and this has to be 130 centimeters, whatever it is you're doing, for inches or centimeters, okay? So continue with that, and when you get it done, let's go to the other step. So we already finished this part right here. Okay, we got the bag, we got our fabric ready to put it inside the bag. Okay, and also we got this ready, and the last part is the 2 squares that we did, right? So now it's time to put it together, the backpack. Okay, first what we're gonna do is the fabric that is going on the backpack. That's what we're gonna do. We're going to start sew it. Okay, so let me put a little bit more up. Okay, so we are going to just like that. Okay, and we are going to put it inside. Okay, now in here it's really important you can have the clips. Okay, that's really important because those clips is gonna help us to hold it. These clips or the paper clips, let's see, got this. Okay, so what you're gonna do is this part right here on the side of the bag, you have to make sure this part good in the middle, so you can, it's easy to, you can see it. The middle is the part of the square right here, right? So you're going to put it right there. This could be the middle, but we are not gonna put it too really into the top. Why we're gonna put it onto the top? Because this is the part we are going to do something else. Okay, so our liner or the fabric, they had to go. Now if you've, well, never mind. So I want to say if you want to do this part more up, it's up to you, but we already this part, and that's the way I did the backpack. So we're not going to change anything. Okay, so right here, for me, this could be right here in this square, little square right here, and I'm going to clip my work. That's the first, okay? And now I have to go to the other side, okay? Okay, so I got my other side, and this could be right here, and I hold it. You can do it like this, and make sure is exactly, so you can see this fabric is coming exactly in the way it's supposed to be. So now on the middle, I'm going to put another one right here, right there, and to the other side. There you go. So this one is going to help you to hold it, the work, when you start sewing the fabric into the crochet bag or backpack. Okay, so I got my needle and I got the thread already, any colors. I'm gonna put a white because I did white in this part right here, and no matter, can do blue, pink, whatever. Okay, so let me get it closer. Okay, I'll get it really closer because I want you can see it. You have to be careful when you start sew it, go in exactly in the way. Okay, let me get a little bit more up. Okay, so this is the squares right here, the little that we did this we did a single. This is double. I think it's double. I don't remember. You know what I'm talking about. This is squares right here. Oops. Right? This one right here. The windows. Inside the windows. Okay? If you're going to sew it closer to here, you have to go all to around. Okay? And make sure you're doing that. Okay? So, first I'm going to put my yarn needle right here. Okay? And put it on the middle right there, because we're gonna make it something secure for our work. And let me do it again. Okay, okay, there you go. Now I'm going to the top right here. Okay, and now I'm going to start grabbing the fabric. Okay, like that. Just like that. So go to the next. Not too much separate to between the other one, the others that you did. Okay, so now be careful with this or the clips, because sometimes the thread, it can stuck in there and messed up with the thread. So be careful with that. Okay, there you go. There we go. So just do it like that, and when you get it closer, just like that. Now that's the one way. The other one, what you can do is just not too far to the other one, and just go like this. This is the other easy part. Just like that. Okay, but like I said, don't get too far to the other ones. And you see that? Just like that. I mean, it's not perfect, you know, either way, this way or this way. So I'm going to continue with this way, the easy part, you know. I think that's easy for everybody. Just like that. Now, if you see your fabric, if your fabric gets like too much, you can stretch a little bit your crochet, and that way you can start sewing. Sometimes it can, maybe you can have little extra piece. If I have it, I will show you. Okay, like some extra, and you know, you can stretch a little bit your crochet, and you start sew it. So make sure you can hold it with the clips. So this is pretty much you can do. Like I said, if I had like an extra fabric, like I say, I need more like crochet, whatever, you know. So I will show you what I gonna fix it. It's really easy, but hopefully you don't have a lot, because you know, see, make sure you know it's exactly. See, like right here, I kind of have a little extra, but you can put the clips and you start sew it. So just continue just like that, and And I have, like I said, if I had some extra fabric or something like that, I will be back. If it's not, well, it's because everything is going to turn good, okay? So I'm done with the sewed the part of the fabric. So now let me show you how I finish. That's the way I finish, okay? I just gonna introduce my needle just like that and hold it, and we're going to wrap the thread on the needle like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, push it, and bring it, and this is a good secure for your work, okay? And now just you can hide the thread and just cut it, and this is finish the work, right? Oops, sorry. That is finish the work. Put the fabric. So this is how they look, and I really like the design that I did, you know. So let's go to the next part. Here is the next step we're gonna do. Okay, this is the front and this is the back. The one this could be the back, the backpack. Okay, so I'm going to put it like this, okay, and hold it because I don't want my squares move when I start crochet. I mean, put it together, these squares. So I'm gonna use the number 4.5. You can use in the 4 or also the 5, whatever you feel comfortable with the hook. And this is what we're gonna do. First, of course, we are going to put the yarn, okay, right here, and I'm gonna put it on the corner. If this thing let me do it, there you go, just like that. Grab it, leave it a little bit enough so that way you can hide the yarn, okay. Now in here you can do the same thing with this part right here, but I'm just going to do it just very simple like this. Grab 1, grab 2, and just like that. Grab 2, bring it and pull it through, okay. Grab 1, grab 2, and pull it through, okay. Let's see, I'm just only grab it the back and the back. Now I'm not grabbing the front, the 2, okay. Remember, we have 2, okay. I only grab it in the back, this part right here, okay. Just like that. And you can see that is how they look, and I'm gonna say it in the front, okay. So grab this, grab the next one on the other side, grab the yarn and pull it through, and 1 and 2 and 3, and at the end, just like that, okay. Keep going, and I made you at the end. Okay, so I'm done. Sew it. You can see that is how they look, and I leave an extra yarn so that way it's easy to hide the yarn into this color. So this is how they look inside, and this is how they look outside. So, you know, it's kind of like nothing happening here, right? So this is what we want. Okay, so let's go to the next step. Okay, so here's the other part that we're going to do. So you can see I already clip my the part, this one right here, and the back. Okay, so what you need to do is in the corner, this right here, you're gonna put one and hold it with the clip. Okay, and the same thing on this side. Okay, so you're gonna sew it and sew it. Now in this part right here, the one is the handle, you know, like you hold it, the backpack with your hand. So I put it at half, like mean this is the half right here, you know, like this side and this side. Okay, so I put a clip, so hold it that way it's not move it when I start sew it this part right here. So you're gonna do, we're not gonna put it like this, we're just gonna a little bit open. Okay, now between the here to here to here, there have to be 9 centimeters, or gonna be 9, that's gonna be 3.5 inches. Okay, so make sure there's 3 inches, 3.5 inches to put it right here. Get it closer. Okay, so 3.5, you know, the where we sew it, you're gonna put the 0 just like that, and that's gonna be 3.5. So that means this is gonna be the part, the 3.5. So right here you can hold it with clips. Okay, or something like this. So whatever is easy for you to hold it, you know. So this part right here, I hold it with clips, so that way it's not move. So what are you gonna do? Open it just a little bit. Okay, now you're going to start sew it to here to here and continue to the other side. So let me just put this part right here. So 4 inches to here, you're going to sew it by hand. This one has to be by hand. Okay, so if this to stop moving or whatever, well, now you can put the clips and that way it stay in one, you know. So just sew it whatever is easy for you, you know. For me, that's the way I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm just going to turn, not turn, put this like that. Okay, and I just gonna be sew it like this way. So to here, that's the way I'm going to sew it. So make sure it's not too close, but it's not too open. You see, there's a little, kind of little square right here. So just get your yarn needle, with the one that I'm going to use is the big one. And I'm just going to sew it like this. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and just like that. And get it in here and get it done. So that way when you sew it, this is the part, when it's sew it, that's the part the person can grab it, the backpack like that. Okay, so and we have, let me put this up, extra, you know, because we want this part gets a little extra, the way they can put it, the person can put it in the back, because of course it's a backpack, right? So either way, this one is stretch, they could have more, you know, more space. So okay, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Turn your work this way. Remember, it was this way, right? So you're going to put this way. Okay, and we're just going to do just this way. And I'm gonna have the two. Okay, let's see if I can see it. Okay, the two, and this way. The two. And that's the same thing I'm gonna do into the other side. Now I'm going to do it one more time because I want this backpack get really nice secure. So I have to do it twice. You see? That is how the look and the front. So and we done in here. Put my yarn, my needle, get my yarn, 1, 2, 3, and pull it, hold it, and now we are going to hide the yarn in here. You see that? It's disappeared. Let me go to the other side. And there it is. And that's the look and the front. You see that? So I'm doing the same thing on this side, the same thing. Okay, so I'm in the part in the top, the backpack, the handle right here. So I click my clips right here, you know, the little squares, just I clip like that. So you can do the same thing. And I just measure it. This was the same size and everything, like 3.5. You know, if you want to do 3.5 or 4, this is up to you. How big or small, you know, you can do it. So I'm just going to turn my wire like this. And I got my yarn and the needle. Okay. Now first, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to introduce this way. Okay. That's the way just only secure, you know, stay more stable. Okay. So just like that. Now here you can choose what color you are going to sew it. It can be in the color or in the second color or the first color, whatever you want to. But I'm gonna do it in the second color. Okay. Do one more time. Okay. Let's see, I can see what I'm doing. So grab it. You see, that's the color right here. Okay, and put it just like that. And go to the next. Grab it, this too. Okay, so that way is not coming in this way, right? Either way, if they're coming in this way, there's the same color. So there's nothing's wrong with that. So grab it and get these two. Okay. The only I've been getting is this part right here. That's the only one I've been grabbing. So just that way. Okay, so we are going to do this part right here. We're going to do just only change, and that's the way I'm going to use the 5 millimeters. So I'm going to leave it just a little bit extra on this side, not much, but just a little bit. And the way you're going to do change is, you know, wrap the yarn, and we're going to do first. This one is not going to be count or change. This could be the secure part that could be for the work, and the knot right here. Okay, now wrap the yarn. So you have to have two different colors or just only one, but double. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you will be completely 180, but before you cut it at 180, don't cut it the yarn. We're gonna see, because we're gonna make sure that it's 180. It can be maybe less, it can be maybe less. I mean less or more. Okay, so just continue and let's go make it crochet right now 180. Okay, and I'll be back when we have that 180. Okay, so I completely my change, but I cut the yarn, but I'm not completely finished. I left just like that, couple, keep a little bit. Now here, just in case was too much, or there's too many change, which just can, if you finish and tie and everything, it's gonna be hard to making more short this part right here. So just leave it like that for the moment. So what we're gonna do is we are going to introduce this one right here. That's the middle right here, that's the front. While we are going to put this one right here. Let's see. Okay, just like that. We know there's the middle right here, right? So in the middle and to the next square, we're going to put this one back inside. Okay, now on the this part right here, what is on the sides, the backpack, we're going to put this one back just like that. Okay, and let me turn. Okay, now we are going to put it these let's see. Okay, I'm trying to look at my my backpack and see if I'm doing right. Okay, so to here, I'm going to skip to go to this side right here. We're not going in the middle, we're going to this right here, to where is the other connection, the other square. Okay, just like that. You can turn, you can fix it the way you want, right? Now let me turn. Now in here, this one right here is the back of the backpack. Okay, so I'm going on the middle. Let me try to check. Fine. Right here on the middle, the D square right here. Okay, to put this back. Okay, so this one go into the other square on the middle. Remember the middle, this is what I'm saying, the middle right here. Okay, so let me put this back in here. Try to fix it. See, that is how they look, and that is what we want. Okay, so we have this. Now we are going to, on this side, let me put it right here or right here. Even you can count, it's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, and right here we can put the next. Okay, you see that? Okay, so you see between 1, 2, 3, and the 4, 1, 2, 3, and the 4, and this, and between the 2 squares. So now let me put it in this side, and I'm going in here, right here. Okay, let me pull it. Every time you pull it, just try it, you know, get on the you know, they could be like not too much to stretch, but you can have the other size with you and not look so crazy. All right, looks so nice. Now I'm going in here on the middle, right here. Okay, I'm going here on the middle. Okay, and now right here on this half double, go back in here and go back where you start. So I mean, you can fix it and look so nice. Okay, so this one's the same. Now if you here you say, oh, this is too long, this is too much. Now first, before you're gonna cut it or you try and finish the change, just make sure, you know, all the change around the backpack on this one, it get so nice. Okay, so now to here, now I'm going to just get it the size that I want. Is what I said, don't finish or not cut it the yarn, just in case we need some more or you want some more, you know. So now in here I'm going to cut it, this one, just like that. And let me do one more chain. Let me try fixing this chain right here. Okay, and just finish. Now this is an option. Okay, this is an option right here. You can just finish and do one more time and just leave it like maybe like this much. But if you want to do something else, more so fancy, more just like, you know, this is just an option. I'm just gonna share this with you, you know, something like this. Let me try and fix it right. Oh, this is too small, I mean too big. Now let me put it right here. I have to get another hook. They can go, there have to be something that had a bigger hole, you know, but this is an option. And the backpack, the original backpack that I did, the first one, they don't have this. So let's see, let me bring it down here. Okay, try to pull it. Okay, and now just tie again. Okay, I'm gonna do at least one more or two more times. I like to just get this part secure. Okay, now in here you cut it, not too much, but something like this, and then just pull it, this one on the front. There you go, and just like that. Like I said, this is an option. If you want to do it this way, you can do it in this way, but if it's not, you can leave like just like that. Okay, so the next step, let me finish this one right here. Okay, so I'm right here trying to put the button on the backpack. This is the button that I'm going to use. So don't get the big one. If you have something that's small but you don't have a small, I'm going to use the same yarn. But if you don't have something like this, you can put it, you can use it in the thread, something like this. But I recommend the color, like if I don't have the needle, the size of needle that I needed for put the yarn, because I'm not going to use the big one. Okay, you can use the thread, so the same color, this part right here, so that way they not look so bad, like, you know. So okay, so let me try and just like this, and let me put the button into right here, and I go in the back. Okay, so that's what I said, they have to be the same color. So now it's gonna be back and forth, like out and inside. Okay, so that's this right here. That's too far away. Let me put it right here. Okay, and just like that, going out. But you have something technique, the different way to sew it, the button, do it your way. This right here is just idea, you know. You have better idea than mine. Okay, just do it your way. The tutorial is just giving you the idea, you know, and something like that. Let me do one more time, and we'll get it on this part right here. There you go. Try and that's what I said, they have to be the same color. So okay, now here 1, 2, I'm gonna do 2 times only and pull it, and there we go. And now we're just going to hide the yarn in here. There you go. Now get the extra yarn. Let's go to the next and almost the last part right here. Get the size number 4.5. Okay, so try and make sure your your backpack is in the same direction. Okay, and right here I'm going to introduce my hook right here, and let me tie in here, and I always leave it extra so that way I can hide the yarn. So I'm going to put my hook back inside in the same way I did the knot right there, bring it back, and now you're going to do chain 1, okay, chain 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now let's see. The 10 is enough. You see that? That's perfect. So now what you're gonna do in here, right here, and not in the same, we're gonna be right here and the other one and the other chain that we did, I mean the one we was working before, put it together, the squares, and we're going to put it right here, bring the yarn and pull it through. There you go. Pull it and cut it, leave it a little bit extra, and bring them back here and finish. So now what you're gonna do is just hide the yarn, okay?